Today, we're jumping into Fundamentals by Nobel laureate Frank Wilczek, and we're going to explore something pretty wild: how modern science gives us a totally new way of seeing reality. It's a perspective so different, he argues, that it's like being born again. So, Wilczek kicks things off with this really sweet observation of his grandson, Luke. And what's happening here is something we've all done. Luke is building his very first model of the world. He's like this little scientist, just running experiments on everything to figure out how it all works. And this is what we all end up with, right? An intuitive baby model of reality. It's super practical, it gets us through the day, but it's also really incomplete. I mean, it has to be, because it's based on a pretty narrow slice of experience. Okay, so if we want to really understand the world the way science does, we kind of have to let go of that first model. We have to open ourselves up again with that same wide-eyed curiosity and get ready to be, well, intellectually born again. So what's the big payoff for seeing things this new way? Well, just look at this graph. For almost all of human history, progress was basically flat. Then, boom, something changed. That incredible explosion you see, that started with the scientific revolution, a totally new and way more powerful way of understanding the world. And the engine that drove that revolution is a concept Wilczek calls radical conservatism. Now, it sounds a little strange, but it's this amazing combination of two things. On one hand, you have to humbly respect the facts you get from nature. But on the other, you have to be bold and aggressively apply what you've learned. It's this disciplined creativity that lets science uncover the incredible things we're about to get into. All right, this brings us to the first giant revelation of this new scientific worldview, the absolutely mind-blowing abundance of the universe. And we're going to start with space. Let's start our journey with something we can almost wrap our heads around. The radius of our home, planet Earth, is about 6,400 kilometers. It's our anchor point, something that feels big but familiar. But now, look at this jump. The distance to our sun is 150 million kilometers. All of a sudden, our entire world, everything and everyone we've ever known, is just a tiny little speck orbiting a star. Let's keep going. The nearest star to us is 4.2 light years away. That means it takes light, the fastest thing there is, over 4 years to get there. It just highlights the vast, unbelievable emptiness between the stars. And for the final leap, the edge of the visible universe is 13.8 billion light years away. It's this kind of scale that made the philosopher Pascal say he felt like he was being swallowed up like a speck. And it's easy to feel pretty small after all that. But is that really the whole story? Let's flip the script and go from the massive universe out there to the incredible universe inside us. Get ready for this number. A single human body has roughly 10 octillion atoms. That's a 10 with 27 zeros after it. To put that into perspective, that's about 1 million times more atoms in your body than there are stars in the entire visible universe. Kind of changes things, doesn't it? As the poet Walt Whitman put it, "I am large, I contain multitudes." We're not just insignificant specks in the cosmos. We are literally walking universes. Okay, so from the abundance of space, let's move to our second huge revelation, the incredible abundance of time, both on a cosmic scale and a personal one. So check out this timeline of the universe's 13.8 billion year history. Now, look for us. See that? All of modern human history is just that tiny, almost invisible sliver at the very, very end. Cosmetically speaking, we're just a flash in the pan. But just like with space, there's a rich inner time to consider. Our cosmic lifespan might be short, but man, is it packed with potential. You have the capacity for about 1 billion distinct thoughts in your lifetime. That's 1 billion chances to experience, to learn, to wonder. Okay, this brings us to our third and maybe the most mind-bending revelation of them all. For all its insane complexity, the physical world is built from a shockingly simple set of ingredients. Believe it or not, all the ordinary matter, you, me, this planet, the farthest star, it can all be built from just these 5 little elementary particles: the electron, the photon, 2 types of quarks, and the gluon. That's it. That's the entire recipe for everything. And this just shows you how simple they really are. Think about an apple. It has countless properties, right? Size, shape, color, taste. But a fundamental particle? It only has 3: mass, charge, and spin. That's it. The deep down structure of reality is just radically simple. So when you put these all together, this abundant space, this abundant time, and these incredibly simple ingredients, You just have to let go of that simple childhood model of the world and embrace this new scientific one. You know, the poet William Blake really captured this feeling perfectly. To see a world in a grain of sand, hold infinity in the palm of your hand. That is exactly what science lets us do. It lets us see the truly profound hiding inside the ordinary. And that's really the journey we've been on. We started with our limited baby model of reality. And by being intellectually born again, we've discovered a universe that is fresh, that is clear, and is just wonderfully abundant in space, in time, and in its beautiful, elegant simplicity. And all of this leaves us with one final, fascinating question to just chew on. We've been born again into this incredible new worldview, but it makes you wonder, what other fundamental truths about reality are we still waiting to be born again into?